Alright, goddammit. I fucking hit that great line, and it was such a great place to end. I fucking ended the video, and then I was like, shit, I wanted to go on. The last point. How do we not have this happen? Like, how do we not have it happen? What has to happen to get to the scenario in which there isn't violence in the streets, in which the country isn't torn apart? How do we get there? And I'm going to tell you how we do it right now. And it is literally the only way. And it's the only way. The only way to stave off Armageddon is through this means.
And I just had...
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at...
Hello!
Alright. Can everybody see all of my racist hate symbols? Good. So, what could possibly be the other thing that's so goddamn important that I'm going to do not only a half an hour heavy editing fucking video, but also this shit. Apparently, John Podesta got together with a bunch of other people in a think tank somewhere. It was all sitting around thinking about how much they hated Donald Trump and what a despicable, terrible man he is. Right? This is quite literally what happened. A whole bunch of Trump-hating people, left and right wing, Trump-hating people, got together to role-play out what happens. Like, literally what happens in the coming election and everything. Apparently, all scenarios ended with street-level violence. Mass riots, countrywide, that kind of shit. All scenarios. Every single one of them. And, yeah, that's what I predicted. This is funny to me. It's a funny story to me because they're literally all getting together to war game out what I literally made a video predicting a couple of weeks ago. So while they were all sitting around rolling a D10 to figure out what the fuck could happen, I was already telling them every scenario. Every possible fucking scenario. How brilliant am I? Right? So, they figured everything out. And the big thing that everybody's talking about is John Podesta's scenario when he was playing Joe Biden. And he said that the party would not let him concede. I think that's an important distinction that not everybody is making. They just kind of put the quote up there and then ramble on. The party would not let him concede. That means that it's entirely possible that Joe Biden might be like, we lost. And they might go, no you didn't. The party might not let him concede. If that happens, then there was all manner of scenarios of the military walking Donald Trump out, which I don't know. There's a whole lot of horse shit in the military. That's entirely possible. Street level riots. Because the people that have been watching the news for the past couple of months are going to know what the fuck's going on. And they're going to see all this horse shit. And all this stupid stuff. This, oh, they're taking mailboxes. Dude, the only time I've ever seen a drop mail mailbox, like one of those blue mailboxes, the only fucking time I've ever seen one is when I would drop off my mail at the post office. It's across the street from where I worked. Like I would go to work with all my mail, and then I would, as I'm leaving work, I would drive to the fucking light, and then I would go across the street to the post office, and then I'd go around the little U-turn thing, and I'd put the fucking mail in the mailbox. Why did I do that? Not because of the convenience of it being across the street from where I worked, but because I had no fucking clue where there was another mailbox in the world. Because I hadn't seen one in my hometown for years. Long fucking years. So I don't know. Like, I haven't seen mailboxes on the corner in forever. I'm amazed that there are still places that have mailboxes. So hearing that they were taking the mailboxes was kind of perked my ear, and I was like, wow. People still have mailboxes. Like, do they have payphones next to them? Like, what? Fucking really? So, whatever, you know. But, so they're setting all this shit up. The postmaster fucking general or whatever, some lady that runs the post office, or somebody that runs the post office, some ex-person that runs, some fucking person attached to the post office, endorsed Joe Biden. Fucking Tim Pool had a fucking shit over that, man. Really? The person who runs the post office endorsed Joe Biden. And fucking he was going ape shit about, I wouldn't give that person my fucking ballot. No fucking way. God knows what they're going to do with it. So he was fucking going off about this shit. And I'm like, oh my God. And this is what I said. They're pushing this mail ballot shit. Now look, they're also pushing this other fucking dumb shit where they talk about mail-in balloting. Right? And then they talk about absentee balloting, but they don't talk about absentee balloting. They talk about mail-in balloting. It's all the same thing now. Anytime you're sending a ballot through the mail, it's mail-in balloting. Right? Now look, there's a difference between the two. With the absentee mailing and that kind of shit, the late mailing and all that fucking nonsense, you have to get in contact with a person at the election office. You have to tell them through some means, I need you to send me a ballot. And they verify who the fuck you are, and then they send you a ballot that has more ways for you to need to verify who the fuck you are. And then you do your ballot, and you mail it in. It goes back to the person who sent it to you in the fucking first place, and ballot gets counted. You voted. Congratulations. That is entirely fucking different than everybody gets a ballot on this day. And then you mail it in. That is a wholly fucking different goddamn thing. And if you're too stupid to realize that, then tell me in the comments about how you think it's silly that Donald Trump voted absentee by mail. And I will tell you again the difference between the two. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of horse shit over the fucking thing. They're already starting it. They're talking about how Donald Trump is slowing down the mail, and that's gonna impede mail. The important things like Social Security, which isn't done through mail anymore, and tax returns, which isn't done through mail anymore. So, fuck you with that. It doesn't fucking matter. None of it fucking matters. Her argument's fucking stupid. And for some reason, she wants to pour money into the pocket of a person that is apparently supporting Joe Biden. Now, look. They're gonna fuck with this election. It's what they're gonna do. The Democrats have gotten it to the point in their minds. If you think I'm crazy for saying this, wake up and watch what's going on. They are purposefully going to fuck up this election. The Democrats. They're going to purposefully fuck up this election. Then they're going to claim that they won. Donald Trump is going to, because he's the goddamn president, find out they fucked with the election. he is going to say, they fucked with the election. I won. Then the Democrats are going to tell everybody that Donald Trump is blaming them for him fucking with the election. I'm shitting you fucking not. They are going to throw this horseshit out there. If you think I'm kidding, or that it's not going to happen, wake up! And pay attention to the shit that they are saying today! They had Bill Clinton talk shit about how Donald Trump was impeached. If the irony of that is lost on you, Wikipedia Bill Clinton's fucking presidential career. You'll laugh. It's funny. They are going to say Donald Trump is blaming us for what he did. I have to change the battery. Hold on. Let's hope this one lasts longer than I think it's gonna. So they're gonna say that shit. They're gonna fuck with the election. And then they're gonna blame Donald Trump. Right? Joe Biden was accused of literally grabbing a woman by the pussy. Yet they still fucking freak out about Donald Trump saying that when you're rich, women let you grab them by the pussy. Right? They're gonna blame Donald Trump for what they do. And they're gonna fuck with the election. And they're gonna say they won. Donald Trump's gonna say that he won. And then it's gonna get fought out. In the government, in the streets. John Podesta is saying that the West Coast will fight to secede from the Union. And I'm like, let them. Move all the shitheads there. Right? You want to know how we clean up New York? Let California and Washington fucking secede from the Union. We'll build the wall. I mean, we're going to build a 30-foot tall good goddamn wall there because fuck that shit. But, you know, wall those motherfuckers off. So we're not trying to keep you in. We're trying to keep you out. Like, do your fucking thing. Run your shithole utopia. We'll laugh at you. And we ain't trading with you anymore. And we're not going to protect you. And if you let every immigrant fucking just wander into your country, God bless you. That's why we got a 50-foot fucking wall right next to you. We don't want them here. You can have your shithole country. You notice Canada closed you off too. Like, and as soon as fucking Mexico's done shoving their criminals up there, they're gonna fucking finish it off. You're gonna be a fucking prison island. Just full of criminals and poor people. And not enough money to go around. But Bernie Sanders will believe him fat off the hog. Emperor Bernie. Like, dude, fucking, it's not going to be a tough fight. Most people nowadays, I think, will go, good, go, see you. But, dude, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. If you think it's not, you need to watch the news. Watch it tonight, because they're going to talk about it, because it's going on right now. They're telling you what they're going to do. Notice how they're making such a fuss about mail-in ballots. And all this shit with the post office. And Donald Trump's talking about how there's a high tendency for fucking fraud. And they're saying there's no tendency for fraud. And yet people are currently being arrested on fraud charges for fucking with elections. Through the mail-in fucking system. If you can't see this coming, it's because you're not looking.
I'm on your side, but you're not.
Alright, goddammit. I fucking hit that great line, and it was such a great place to end. I fucking ended the video, and then I was like, shit, I wanted to go on. The last point. How do we not have this happen? Like, how do we not have it happen? What has to happen to get to the scenario in which there isn't violence in the streets, in which the country isn't torn apart? How do we get there? And I'm going to tell you how we do it right now. And it is literally the only way. And it's the only way. The only way to stave off Armageddon is through this means. A landslide victory for Donald Trump. I'm talking by 10 points or more. If Donald Trump wins by 10 to 15 points, that will be enough of a landslide that they'll get the message. And if the Democrats lose the House and the Republicans gain in the Senate, and I mean the Democrats lose big in the House, supermajority big, House and Senate, supermajority big, there has to become a supermajority in both the House and the Senate of Trump supporting people. We have to stave off Armageddon, we have to actually put the entirety of our trust in Donald Trump, that he will not only A, utterly fucking abuse what he will have, the power that he will have, that he will continue to want to be a good person. We have to trust in that. And then we have to trust that 4 years after he's reelected, we can find somebody else to do the exact same fucking thing that he's going to do and carry on just the destruction of the whole like, they all just need to be voted out. When there are none left, when the society speaks up enough that they give a resounding fuck you to all of them, it's the only way. And there will be violence in the streets for a very short amount of time. People will riot. If it's a resounding loss that big, the children will fucking yell and scream and they'll go and break stuff. But immediately, things will be done. As soon as the actual reins of power are fully handed over, everything will be cleaned up. Instantaneously. The cops will roll out. They will begin doing their jobs again. Peace will be restored. And if it can't be, the guard will come out. And if they're not good enough, the fucking army will come out. And if they're not good enough, then the fucking Air Force will support them. Which was a scary thought. And if that's not good enough, then the Navy will figure something out. And if that's not good enough, we always got the Marines. They'll just go kill everybody. Like, literally, that'll be the deal. I'm serious. It's the only way. It's your only way. If you can tell me a scenario that ends happier than that, I'd love to hear it. Because if it's a resounding Joe Biden win, get ready for 1,000 years of darkness under oppressive rule. Because that's what's going to happen. Shit's going to go further and further and further and further left. And then in a couple of years, we're all going to be a lot thinner and wondering why we can't get food. Why we all have solar panels, but unfortunately cannot eat them. We're going to be asking that question. It's literally the only choice. Utter submission to Donald Trump or utter acceptance of our fate. and just hoping that Donald Trump, again, like I said, just continues to be fair. I don't know what to tell you. It's the only choice. It's the only way out. And conveniently enough, it's the only scenario that they did not run at that fucking think tank. Actually, I think they only ran one scenario in which Donald Trump legitimately wins. But it was like he won by a close margin. Like a ridiculously close margin. They did not go the full extreme. They didn't run the scenario, I've already wargamed it myself. If we utterly put our faith in Donald Trump and give him everything, then we got a good chance. Provided Donald Trump continues to be fair. If he fucking gets all that power and loses his goddamn mind, well, it could be 1,000 years of darkness in a wholly different way. But man, I don't know. Do you go with we hope that he continues to be a human? Or I know exactly what I'm going to get and I already don't like it? Whew.